Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today we are going to be broadcasting live from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different platforms. So welcome, you guys. Like, how are you guys doing today? Well, tonight. It is 11:24 at night, and I wanted to say thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I thank you for that. So let's get started. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to give you a reason, a narrative of reason of why I want, not need, but want you to buy my product, my merchandise. Don't have merchandise, don't have service, just only thing I really have is service, not just service, but beyond service. Because think about this, if you want something with authority that your family can watch you be a part of, not shoes that your family is going to throw away, a broom that's going to break, money that's going to get lost or recycled, water that's going to get drunk, socks that's going to get holy, shirts that's going to die out, eye contacts that's going to dry out, cars that's going to bust down. What about your video? Do your videos survive? Yes. Your family is your number one priority. Most 97% or 90, let's be realistic. 90, 89% of the population want to leave something with their family. Even coffins rot out. But your video footage, I'm about to solve my case and then we're going to read from script. Why is it so important that we be on TV? It's not of importance to you or me. However, if people of great power are looking for the television and the TV and the streaming and the radio and advertisement as their main publicity to keep their brand cycling for life, if not eternity. I use a prime example, a politician I know. I won't say the name. They're always on TV. A couple of many of politicians. And you got to ask yourself, if the TV wasn't there or streaming wasn't there, would their case be relevant? And that's where I come in at. I make you relevant. I can't guarantee I can get you on. I know an avenue to get you on live TV, but I'm not going to sit up there and make no promises about getting you on live TV. I never said that, but I do know ways. Oh, do I know ways? It is all about you when I film. I film you about your past, present, and future, but whatever is on your mind, whether business, whether innovation, whether technology, whether you lived in the slums, whether you were in the ghetto, whether you are advocating for other fellow Black people, whether you're advocating for other fellow white people, lower class, to millionaires. I've interviewed a girl that used to work at a Winn-Dixie. I forgot her name. Very minimum pay. I forgot her name. Black kiddo. She's younger than me. In North Carolina somewhere. Then I interview people like Will Roberts will always stick in my mind. No matter if he likes it or not, like he's gonna be like, I'm getting tired of you saying my name. I'll be like, I love you anyway. Will Roberts. I hope he gets paid $1 million every time I speak Will Roberts. That's what's on my mind. But I've interviewed people like Will Roberts, DC Glenn, and some politicians, very minimum politicians. One man was running for 2024 election of United States of America president, POTUS, as you say. I can't find his stuff. I don't even remember or know how to look for him. However, he was an amazing guest, and I gave him his footage. And then Will Roberts was an amazing guest. He wasn't lying. He wasn't trying to sugarcoat. He was just straight honest with me. He worked with people like Beyonce. He's worked with many of people from Turner and Hooch, which everybody knows that, to Oppenheimer. I got a little nervous. Oppenheimer. Yeah. So, and that's a historic movie. I think I'll probably cry if I watched it. So I kind of seen different parts of it, and I read the synopsis and the movie on it. However, I didn't want to see it because I know with true life videos, movies, it has a powerful statement. However, let's talk about the prices. So we're going to get into the script. Tonight, I will be advertising the 10% sale I have going on for the newly renamed show, the Kimberly Cloud Show LLC 2.0. I have some specials to advertise. A reel plus raw Mp.3 and Mp.4 footage plus promotions for that week and reruns on my platform for life. $60 cut in half for $50. That's a good deal. You're getting Mp3 sound, your sound bites, live video. Once you do it, you're live and it's already out there. Then you're getting promoted. And then you're getting a reel to share. So you're getting Mp3, Mp4, and a real Mp4. And a live video for your convenience for it to be out there. That's actually a $300 to $1,000 value, if not more. I'm giving it to you for $50. A reel and everything else that comes in the prior package, which is the Mp3, Mp4, live footage, reel, promotions that week, is $80. Plus, you get Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. But I cut that in half by 10%, leaving it to a grand total of $70. And this is a people's choice. This is a very good deal because you're on SoundCloud for Mp3 sound bites. You're on Apple Podcasts for life. You're on Spotify for life. All three platforms for life. You can come back to it and check it unless I delete it. And I normally don't delete nothing. But $70 instead of $80. So you're getting on three platforms plus have an MP4, MP3, a reel, a live footage, promotion that week. That is 8 total things you are getting for the price that I am allotted. That's a good deal, right? 70 instead of 80, 10% off. Now, you want to really amp it up? Well, I can get you into all those pretty little nice things. The reel, the MP3, the MP4, the live, the promotion, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Plus, people aren't doing this yet unless they copying me. I can get you in the Library of Congress. I can get you on copyright, and I got other platforms that I'm opening up for my purposes and for your purposes. You will be in the Library of Congress for life. That is something no one is doing yet, but I know how they copy me, so it's okay. But not only can I get you in the Library of Congress, which no one was talking about, I can also get you on Manhattan Neighborhood Network in DC TV. $120. So let's go over. I don't even think I have enough hands. A reel, MP4 raw footage, MP3 raw footage, live, a promotion that week, SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, Congress, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, DCTV. That's 11. 11 things you get? 11 for 110? I think that's a really good deal. If you want to get into the paper, it can range from $50 all the way to $1,000. However, I do know how not only to get you in the paper, but get you with Howard Stern's crew. Someone that worked for Howard Stern does podcasts. I can get you into there. I can get you onto many outlets very easily. You can look it up yourself and do it yourself, but then what? What do you have after that? Only you. I'm asking you to give me a leap of faith. I'll show you I can deliver with precision and exact results in less from 2 to 14 business days. It's usually turnaround 2, but when you're writing papers, the turnaround time is from 7 to 14 days. I know Dylan Kivo. I know someone that does the paper that even if I reached out to him right now, he would be like, yes. And he's a reputable business. I went through him. I know so many outlets, y'all. Look at my record. You can't say I don't. If you want to move your authority to another niche, in another standard. Not just another standard, a higher standard, authoritative standard, then I suggest you give me a call, because more exposure for your brand is what I do. If you would like to learn more, please contact me by email at thekimberlycloudshow@yahoo.com, or by phone at 253-304-6990 or 253-359-1700. Now, let's pause there. If you wanted a complimentary commercial with the package deals, you get that for free. Complimentary means free. And you get that. Complimentary means free. So you get that for free, where you can not only get a 30-minute show live, a MP3 30-minute voice show live for your own liking, an MP4 live for your own records, a real MP4, 90 seconds, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, copyright.gov, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, DCTV. I can get you on the radio. Ask me how. I can get you exposed to 4 million people. I won't say how, but if you call me, I can explain. And I am not idle on anything I say. There will be no hiccups. This is guaranteed, not by me moving my flaps, but because I've done it. And I know and have connections. So, I sound so angry. This is the best way I can sound right now. However, I hope I made y'all laugh by saying that. Some people are like, oh, no, Karen. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for watching this far. And I told myself I would get off of here in 15 minutes, but I wanted to say from the heart, thank you all for watching this far. And thank you for being a member, of official member of the Kimberly Cloud Show 2.0 LLC, or LLC 2.0. I keep forgetting which way it goes. 2.0 LLC 2.0. I just got it. You have to excuse me. I'm like, does the LLC come before the 2.0, or does the 2.0 come from the LLC? So I did it the exact way I feel, and I did it the exact way that it should be done. But sometimes I be saying it's the 2.0 before the LLC, or the LLC. It could have been both ways. Um, yeah. So if you want your brand to be branded by someone original, that is like, should I say, like a gatekeeper to one of a million gatekeepers, beginner. No, I don't want to call myself a beginner. Novice, not expert, but novice at her job. Then contact me. Contact me immediately. I am up from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. From 12 a.m. to 5:59, I'm asleep. Even when I'm not. That's Kimberly's time. You know how they said on The Simpsons, Don't be bothering Willie between 3 and 4. That's Willie's time. All my 80s babies, they know what I'm talking about. That's Kimberly's time to sleep in her bed or on the couch. So I think this was a pretty good show. I didn't, once again, in closing, to learn more, to even just dip into it. If you're skeptical, call me. Once again, the number is 253-304-6990 or 253-359-1700. If you're ready to take your authority to the next level, I can even get you on Billboard. I can get you on Billboard one rotation for three, I think it's 1.25 minutes or 3 minutes. In New York. You can catch a plane to New York to see your name on Billboard. What if you want to be interviewed by the best of the best? I have two outlets for that. They'll come to you. No, let me say one outlet because the other outlet is Josh Hager. But one outlet, one mainframe outlet, where they'll come to you and you'll get over 90,000 views. That is definitely worth its price. I can coach you on how to do a TEDx talk or get your feet wet with TEDx. Uh, just I just know everything I did, I tested and did myself. So lastly, call me again at 253-304-6990 or 253-359-1700. Once again, $50. $50 instead of 60 for a real MP3 raw 30-minute footage, Mp.4 raw 30-minute footage, Mp.4 raw 290-second reel in a live video. That, if I didn't say it already, that will get you your foot in the door online through SEO. All of my websites, they're SEO. And I can get you on my website. And that ain't going nowhere. It's dirt cheap as it is. That ain't going nowhere. And I'm BBB accredited. And speaking of the second thing I'm affiliated with, which I'll be filming, the Chamber of Commerce is doing a ribbon cutting ceremony at their center in Boise, Idaho, which is pretty cool. I can't wait to see who all is there. But FYI, it's a ribbon cutting. And it'll be some people there, whether 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. I'm okay with it. I'm going to film it. I'm going to bring all my equipment and try to be there by 10 o'clock or 10:30 to get acquainted with the people. Maybe I could get to interview one of them strong women and men. So March 11th at 11 a.m. I FYI, I chose the date. Um, and I appreciate them for opening the door for me. And that's on God. If you don't know how to get with the chamber, I suggest you get with the program. That's another way to get your feet through the door. And they don't do it just to do it. They will tell you to keep your money if you aren't what they are looking for. So 10% off. And like I said, real Mp.3, Mp.4 live video promotion, $50. All of that plus Spotify, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, $70. Copyright.gov, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, DCTV, $110. So 60, 80, and 120 is out the door because I'm cutting the prices in half. Once again, we're closing those doors. Call me at 253-304-6990. I'll be here. My hours are from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Sundays. My official business hours are between 9 and 3 p.m. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why seasoned podcasters do this, because to have a 12-hour schedule or a 14-hour schedule, you're giving a lot of time. It can be fulfilling, it can be great, or it can burn you out. Anything can burn you out. Working at McDonald's, working at Burger King, working as a CEO of your own corporate company, it could burn you out. But if you're fulfilled business-wise, where you're not worrying, or you have stability, residual stability, things get easier. FYI, food for thought. So once again, that number is 253-359-1700. I'm here to interview you. Call me at 253-304-6990. It's about that time I get off of here at 11:51. Take care, be safe, and once again, 50-70-110. 50-70-110. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Good job. Take care, y'all. Love you guys. Bye.